3. Season 3 starts right now. I am the voice of all bards everywhere. I am your god himself if you choose to pray to me. And if you don't, that's cool, I still exist. I am your friendly neighborhood Shakespeare. But now it is time to bring on the Conan O'Brien to my Andy Richter, your DM, Paolo Bonzo!
Thank you, Shakespeare. Well, it is my pleasure to be here. Okay, Shakes with the arm thing.
Oh, right. So I thought you needed like cheering fans. I'm so sorry.
I just imagined it myself.
Sorry.
It's fine. It's okay. It's great, Shakes.
Cool.
It's good. I can already have it in my head. Well, good evening, everybody.
I'm gonna go away now.
Shakespeare for that awesome intro. Good evening, everyone. This is Nat21 Adventures. It is campaign 3. We are starting a whole new adventure. We have some familiar characters and some brand new characters as well, because we are actually performing at the Pennsylvania Renaissance Festival now and perhaps all the way until November 1st. So we have some performers from the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair that are going to be here tonight, and I can't wait to introduce them. Now, my friends, we ended our last adventure with our players, Ayala, the Dragonborn, Kazoo, the Gnome Bard, and of course, Romulus and Augustus, brothers that were wizard and fighter. And now they ended their adventure, and of course, can't forget Zazizel, the Goblin Paladin. Now they defeated a blight dragon. They managed to get Romulus's mistress's eggs, she was a dragon, back to Magmount, the mountain which they lived in. And they've set up their lair once again. Romulus, his brothers helping him set up the house again. And Romulus's girlfriend, Gorgor, the Minotaur. It's not too serious, don't worry. And Valdris also came back to Magmount because, of course, the city there, with plenty of Dragonborn in it, she's there to connect back with her family. Well, they've set up the small eggs. They're there having a good time. Ayala and Kazoo have decided to go back to Magecroft to continue adventuring. And they were also roped into to a gig by Steel Fox. It's a friendly gig for it's a party. It's one of those, they're raising fundraiser places, and so they're trying to make some money because there was a recently mostly destroyed potion emporium. I don't know what happened there. And also a mostly trampled lamp shop. So they have decided to raise some funds and rebuild those poor destroyed buildings. And my friends, having said that, I'm going to bring in our first player tonight. You know her as Ayala. You also know her as Adamo Ignis.
Hello, everyone. It's good to be back. So excited to play with you today. Mwah.
All right. And joining us as well is Kazoo, known as Mab, just Mab.
Oh, hi, guys. I'm back. No intimate moments with my ukulele here. Hi.
Well, good evening, Kazoo. And my friends, one of our new players is from Barely Balanced, but he's Cameron, but you are going to know him now as Pip, the Halfling Eldritch Knight.
I'm so excited to be here. I get to do a show where at no point do I have to actually throw someone into the air.
That might not be true.
That's a good point. Since I'm playing a halfling, I will probably be the one who is thrown in the air.
Look, there have been yeets, there have been reverse yeets, there have been all sorts of things. So yes, and our last player for tonight. Let's see. Well, he is in a band called Two Bard Party, and you know him by many names. Tonight, he is Archimedes.
Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. What? Yes, hello. Welcome. Thank you. My name is Arthur. I am absolutely thrilled to be here with you all, and I am positively delighted to be playing a class that is not a bard for once. I'm sure I will do no better at this than I do in my day job of actual barding.
All right. Well, I think that we have a great adventure tonight, and we have our new players. Now, of course, both Cameron and Arthur and myself are all currently at the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair, and we just had our opening weekend. Yesterday was our last day of the opening, a 3-day weekend, and then we're going to play D&D. So we're just rocking and rolling.
And I'm super confused because we were busy kind of running around all weekend, and I know that there is a 2-bard party going on, and that you guys do barding. And I went all around the joust, but I didn't see you guys actually putting armor on the horses.
Oh,
I was like, where is this barding?
No, I see where you went wrong there. It's a more common misconception than you would think.
Barding.
Yeah, well, no. You're thinking of to-bard party. TOBARD. That's yeah.
Okay.
No, we're TWO bard party.
Now,
Right.
when does the T become a part of it?
Right.
Yeah, we started with T. We've upgraded since then.
Okay, I like it.
Well, I would also like to welcome all of our Patreon saints who are joining us here tonight, who are already blowing up the comments section here already.
Oh.
And I would also like to welcome 2 new Patreon saints to our game as well. Our first one, Judy Sullivan, of good cheer and huzzah to Judy for joining us here
Judy.
tonight.
Yeah. Huzzah!
And our other new Patreon saint, Michael Hawes. Huzzah to Michael.
Huzzah! Huzzah!
You know, I'm kind of glad that we only got 2 because if we get like 5 more in one episode, we're going to come out of the gate already drunk.
With shots.
Yeah.
Ooh, oh,
To
yeah.
be fair, we're still dehydrated from this weekend, so
Yeah,
Right?
seriously.
it's not going to take a lot.
Oh, boy.
Oh my God. Well, we are super thrilled to be here tonight. And yeah, well, I think it would slow down the game and speed up the game in certain respects if we were even more hammered. Maybe that's going to be, you know what? That might be a special side quest that we do later. And
the drinking game. Nat21
Ooh.
Adventures, the drinking game.
I mean, we'd certainly think we were funnier. Whether or not that would actually play out might not be the case.
Patreon.
Anytime somebody rolled a 1 or 21, you had to take a shot.
Oh, then everybody.
Oh, man.
No.
Oh.
I like
I'm
where
already
we're
ru-
going.
I'm
Does
already writing
Patreon
down the
become
rules.
Patron?
Oh, gosh.
Well, my friends, let us get this new adventure started. We have a wonderful event. Like we said before, Yala Kazoo have come back to the wonderful, and I'm putting that in air quotes, the wonderful city of Maycroft, where Pip has actually grown up at the orphanage where why don't you explain that there, Pip?
So Pip has been a street urchin and is just sick and tired of all the urchins getting pushed around. And even though he's only 2'10", he's ready to stand toe to toe with whoever messes with his siblings. And so he's gathered them together to create their own makeshift orphanage known as the Champ Peons, where we take peons and make them into champs. And so Pip, the ugliest little urchin, is trying to lead the way to create a gentler, welcominger Magecroft. And no one wants it to happen.
No one wants to.
I mean, I think that Magecroft could use with a little bit more gentling, but Magecroft is so resistant to any kind of order or civility. Good luck, buddy.
I think the Champ Peons is the best youth organization, and I'm willing to donate generously everyone else's money.
Well, we are having a fundraiser tonight.
I don't know
That's
what
what
the
I'm
logo
saying.
should be for them yet. I want it to be something adorable and yet so slightly horrible, like Adora horrible.
I kind of imagine like literally like if there was like a circle, it'd be like just a fist punch, like uppercutting somebody, like just bam, like all you can see is just a fist, you know? Like,
And then one tooth shooting
Or
out
like-
of the circle.
Or like the before and after from the comic books of like the sand kicked in the face of the pretty girl, you know, but you guys are all the befores and then have a slash to the after.
right,
Nice.
right. So Archimedes, our human artificer,
Yes.
he's also been in town here. Let's give him a little backstory. And
have.
he is actually friends and apprentice. He's a journeyman apprentice because he is level 5 to a previously introduced character, Milo the Artificer, who has built a amazing device for Kazoo. And so now that Archimedes is here to actually work on some other work on some things for the orphanage and the potion shop, he is here to do some work, earn some credit, and become an even better artificer.
It is my goal to help develop the STEM program of the orphanage. That would be summoning, technology, evocation, and general magicking.
There you go.
Nice.
I
Yes.
100% support this. I love the idea of very poorly educated street urchins running around with highly magical devices.
Oh, that is absolutely the best way to learn. Is just don't bother giving people rules ahead of time. Let them discover what is a good idea and what is a bad idea themselves. That's how that way the ones who survive really have earned the lesson.
That's
You have to touch the stove to know that the fireball is hot.
See that exactly. Yes.
yeah. It's,
I'm
you-
concerned. Are we going? I think we might end up accidentally burning Magecroft down this season.
oh, it's surrounded by water. How bad could it be?
Creative destruction.
Like San Francisco is surrounded by water too. It also burned down. But hey, well, my friends, let us truly get started. We yes. Oh, and let me not forget to mention that as we said, we have our new Patreon Saints, and I just want to let you know that you can you can infect the game. You can also affect the game by giving our players bonuses to hit. Bonuses, you can give them a +5 if you're at the $5 level. If you're at the $10 level, you can give them a +5. You can also give somebody advantage. You can actually give somebody disadvantage if you want to make some chaos, Josh. And you can then, if you're at the 21 level, not only will you receive your very own Nat21 die, which does indeed go to 21.
21.
If I can find it. Where is it? Here we go. Yes. It goes to 21. There we go. You'll get your very own die sent to you in the mail, and you also get to give people auto hits and auto crits. There's also more levels to go to, so go and check out the Patreon there. Once you're a patron, you can just type in the comments. Somebody's making a roll. You can just nail them with a bonus or a minus, whatever you want to do. It's up to you. So, let's burn the city.
You come back and it's Ash. Now called Ash Croft.
There's an awful lot of powerful wizards here, so it will be very funny to see if the entire city actually caught on fire. What would actually happen is that the ones who could put it out would just literally like right up to the point where they're like, they don't care about the other people on the other side of the street, and they'd be like, good luck, y'all. Wall of water, boom. And so it'd just be like leveled. Anyway, that may or may not happen. But tonight, there's a party. It's a benefit party to raise funds for the orphans, for the champions, so that they can help rebuild a recently trampled lamp shop and a mostly exploded potion emporium. So there we are. You know what? I think we should just throw this up there. The action cam, real quick there. We're gonna add the action cam to the stream and make it all big here. And there's Kazoo.
Oh, sexy bard
Aw.
girl.
Look at my girl go.
Look, do you see the adoration and the love in her eyes for that ukulele right there?
There we go.
There's so much. All she sees in this world is
She really
that
just sees that ukulele, doesn't she?
Oh.
Oh, back it up a little bit. So
She
we-
only has
on that.
eyes for uke.
For
There
you.
you go.
Aw.
Yes. Thank you. Oh, actually, speaking of, I have my uke love pins right here.
Oh, all
Four
right.
strings. 4 strings in the truth. Uke love. That's how I roll.
Nice.
Bam.
Do those also function as shurikens?
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
they do. Dude, all of my accessories double as weapons. Hello. This hat, I've murdered like 3 guys with this hat. Oh, wait, is this on air? Are we?
You
Right.
gotta do what you gotta do. You know, nobody's judging you. That has grace. Well
I mean, the town constabulary would most likely judge you for it, but we're certainly not going to.
That's fair. That's fair. And then I'll,
The judges will judge you, but not us.
So in front of the Temple of Artemis, it's the part of the town that's called the Shambles, which is kind of the rundown section of town where there aren't too many, nobody really lays claim too much to that section of town. So therefore, it is the most rundown, the most it's ramshackle, and it is called the Shambles. And but which is why orphans have to help clean it up. So in front of that temple, there they've set up a stage in the town square there, in this little square. There are many, many squares in the city. And this particular square actually is the food market of the the workday. Right around the corner is Ned Bluetongue's Potion Emporium and that poor lamp shop that got trampled by a Triceratops.
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure we had nothing to do with that.
I do not recall this particular event.
Yeah.
Plausible
Yeah.
deniability, Kazoo. Plausible
Full on.
deniability.
I don't even know. There's a potion shop over
There was.
here.
So the town square is full of excitement. There's plenty of drinking. There's a lot of shops. There's now this part of the town not cool enough to have its own horde topic, but it does have the 2 shops. One is Bugbear and Beyond, and the other
dear
one.
God, what have I gotten myself into?
The other one is I believe it's a place where a lot of like elves go to shop, which is called Forever 201. So yeah. And other than that, it's a lot of there's a meat shop, there's a veggie shop, all these places. But there is a tavern called the Chopping Block.
Sorry, build an owl bear. That's so good.
Built in Albert. Oh yes. That's not this side of town, buddy.
And of course, Spencer's.
Which of course you just stuff those build-a owlbears with the moop fur that just
Oh, I would cuddle it.
moops, by the way, are the one we talk about owlbears a lot, but an owlbear is half owl, half bear, but a moop is half cow, half sheep. So it's the size of a large cow with more than enough fur. It is pretty much like 15 feet in diameter, and it's just the most adorable thing ever with a couple of horns sticking out. So there we are, and in the town square, plenty of things are happening. There's actually a juggler. Actually, I actually have a juggler miniature. Yeah, there's a juggler.
I don't believe those.
I've had a juggler miniature for literally 30 years, and I've never really needed to have
Today's
him.
the day.
Today's your day, buddy. Today's your day. Oh, here we go. Yeah, that's right. Juggler miniature. Oh yeah.
Oh, that mini's gonna die so fast. The bugbears always go for the jugular.
Does he have blue nails?
He does not actually, but what he does have is the same coloration of the very first set of clubs I ever had ever.
Oh,
Yeah. which
Dude, you juggled the smallest clubs back in the day.
For those older jugglers in the world, they were juggle bugs. And if just saying that out loud hurts your hands. You're like, juggle bugs. Oh gosh. So let's get to the thing. Your friends, Kazoo, Ayala, your friends showed up. The street sea urchin gang.
Aww.
They showed up. They were like, "Oh yeah, we're."
Hi, Felicia.
Yes. So there are a few of them. I'll give a quick. Let's see. Shakespeare, can you bring up that? Here we go. Boop. There's street sea urchins.
Oh, yeah.
Felicia Scarpini, Sensibilia Scarpini, Zaratorum the half orc, and Prax and Clax Drizkit the goblins. And for those of you who don't know, Scarpini means little shoes. And so Felicia means happy, and Sensibilia means sensible. So
Oh, look at you.
Happy shoes.
happy shoes and
I
sensible
like how
shoes.
I'm like kind of a part of the gang.
You're in the gang. Wait.
It looks like I'm getting punched by this one down here.
Hey, Felicia, what's up? What's up?
Archimedes gets to look at their backside.
Yeah, I just
He's like, I'm fine here.
Many of the champions are there as well. And Kazoo, it's time for you to perform. Steel Fox, who has roped you into this gig, is like, "Hey, come on, Kazoo, are you ready to play? Let's play
Yeah, I wrote a song. I think I wrote a song like just a couple minutes ago. Let's see if I can remember. And I've got the lit harmonies, which these guys, for folks who are new, it's like a sphere that is full of candles, and they sing harmony with Kazoo when she sings. So let's see if I can remember the song that I just wrote. But I will tell you, this song was inspired by my best friend, Ayala. But I think we're all best friends here. We're all working together. This is a lot of exposition for a song that is maybe 2 seconds long. All right, here we go. My best friend is hotter than a fire. We're best friends. Together we inspire. Our friends lifting each other higher. It's time to play. We're here to save the day. We're best friends today. Everybody, best friends. Best friends. See, you sing along. You know the words. Best friends.
Best friends.
Yeah, that's it. Best
Sorry, what?
friends. We're best friends. And then at this point, I'm giving a wink to the lit harmonies. So it does a whole suggestion. So everybody right now, we all feel like we're best friends while I am playing along. If you want to roll a wisdom to resist. Best friends.
I'm not even going to try to resist because Kazoo is my best friend. So
There you go.
I'm into it.
We're best friends.
I clearly love you all.
Best friends. Best friends. Yeah. So I'll keep playing that in the background while I do a pitch to get people to donate generously. Best friends.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Remember, everybody team up together. Best friends. Working together, we can all pitch in and help rebuild this sort of shop and these poor little peons rise up to be so much more because we're all best friends. Yeah. Does Silver Fox or the Steel Fox have anything he wants to add there?
Oh, he's like, oh, that's the best song I ever sing. I just love being your friend. I just love it. And he actually reaches into his own pocket, and there's a chest in front of the stage, and people are just coming up and throwing as much as they possibly can into the chest, and you're actually surprised because most people never admit to having any money on them. Suddenly they're like,
Kazu has it
And as soon
ever
as the
occurred-
hat's done, I'll cut playing and listen. Go ahead.
Kazu, has it ever occurred to you that you have such a skill set that you really have a great propensity for evil if you ever accidentally or purposefully go down that route?
No, I love everybody and I want us all to be best friends all the time anyway. I just think that we should use our powers for good, right?
Yeah, and I'm just saying I'm really glad that you're on our side.
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely not evil.
that's what an evil person would say, though.
And at that point, from
at
under the
this point-
stage, you hear a voice say, "Just keep holding it. They're gonna play a little bit longer. I'm sure they're gonna ask for an encore. Hold, champions, hold." And the whole stage is just being held by little urchins because they couldn't finish it quick enough, but they're just the right height to be a stage. And then can I minor illusion to make the money people are giving look like bigger denominations so other people in line are like, ooh.
Nicely
yeah.
done.
All right, yeah, let's see if that, yeah. I'm gonna
Best
just,
friends, that guy gave us 2,000. Best friend. Big
Somebody
tipper
clap.
here. We know you're the best kind of guy. Best friend.
yeah, so so you throw down the minor illusion, and it's like the silvers are gold, the golds are platinum, the platinum are these ancient coins that are worth 100 times more than any gold ever. And you're like, oh yeah, it's like shiny gems start coming out, and people are like, oh, my best friend, and they're just showering it in there. Nicely done. I just love that the stage is about to fall apart.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am positively enraptured by this musical note. I have to say, which is very strange because normally I consider listening to music a colossal waste of brain resources that I could be spent contemplating something else. But this, I'm transported. I really am.
Well, as you're standing there, you've got so Pip, you're underneath the stage. Archimedes, you're kind of just like there's people. It's not like a row, but there are people gathered around the stage and they're throwing their coins in, and Ayala, you're standing there, as well off to the side and like, oh, this is great, I love this, and Kazoo, when you look down and that chest is now just about brimming, and that's when you hear a crack from the sky above. I don't have a crack, but I do have that.
Boom.
Oh no, rabid drummers.
No. And smoke fills the town square.
Oh.
That's the sound of smoke. I don't know. And you're blown back a little bit, Kazoo, and standing there, you realize there's a guy wearing what is where'd it go? A plague doctor's mask. And he goes, oh, hang on. I'm sorry, you can't really hear me. Okay. He goes, aha! Like, let's see you raise the funds now for this is revenge for the Cuttlefish gang.
Hold person.
Okay.
I just got this new spell. I want to try it out.
I just got this spell. Zing.
Like, I learned it from Mayala last night. Don't ask us what we were doing last night. Besides,
Don't worry
studying.
about it. It was totally
we were
wholesome.
studying. This is a studying thing. Hold person, please.
All right. Hold person. He's gonna make a save. Let's see what happens.
I don't
Oh,
want to.
now I just want to point out everyone who's new to this game, I usually roll 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s. But every now and again, I actually roll a 19, which is what I totally did. And so he arches back. He feels the tightness in
Don't
his
touch his stuff.
and he turns around, and but then Josh throws down his auto success, and
Or auto fail or auto success. 'Cause-
auto success on the save or auto success on the spell. Josh, you'll have to be more specific.
Saving throws
on the
are
edge of my
always
seat.
confusing. I know.
Let's find it.
Because
believe
I
that
wanna
we
know
are
if
about to
Ayala
tangle with these new cuttlefish guys again. Like,
Yeah, seriously. As soon as the word cuttlefish came out of his mouth,
Mhm.
Kazu was not messing around.
Right on. Well, Frank had me roll with disadvantage, so I'm marking off his disadvantage ability for tonight. And I rolled a 7, of course, because I can't roll 2 good dice in a row. And he goes,
High five! High five! High five! You taught me to spell it. It worked. High five! Poop!
he doesn't.
Also,
Is the
thank you,
sound effect
Frank.
for a high five poop? Is that what I just heard?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe you should
Yeah.
maybe you should wash your hands before a high five.
Well, see,
I'm gonna
that
dodge to the
has to
side.
do with the texture difference between a dragonborn, slightly scaled, and the
I
tiny
see.
little gnome paw. It's like, boop.
So, Kazoo, your spell goes off, and you're really certain that it worked. But give me a quick Arcana check.
I gotta check my numbers. 15? Question mark?
All right.
I mean, it's definitely a 15, but does that work?
Okay. So Josh is using his auto success for the save. Man, you guys are really,
Ow.
really
Josh,
causing trouble.
Chaos.
All right. So Kazoo, your spell seems to go right through him. And
Illusion.
ah.
I know about these things.
And you see this guy's body twist. Clearly, he's an illusion. You realize that this guy is not really there. And he twists around. He inhumanly, like his legs are staying forward, and his chest spins around to face you. And he laughs. He goes, I'm not real, but something else is. And he fades into the cloud that he created. And you hear the rumbling of something. You actually seem to recognize this sound. Somehow you recognize it. Well, yes, it's the sound of a triceratops. What?
Oh, wondrous. I was sick the other day when the Triceratops came through.
That's right.
I'd be delighted to actually see one.
So
It's here to finish its work.
Not as rare as you imagined they were.
Clearly.
Grab the money, and hop down.
So the chest is on the ground in front of the stage. And Kazoo, as you jump down, you already hear the pitter patter of someone running off in that cloud of smoke, and you can't see them. You can't actually see the Triceratops, but Ayala, Archimedes, Pip, you see a Triceratops, and it's coming to wreck this place. It's literally rampaging through the center of the town square. Archimedes, what do you do?
Well, normally I would just drop everything and treat this as an opportunity for further study, but I simply refuse to let even dinosaurs get in the way of higher education. So I am going to, I will try to maybe drive it off. I will raise my staff of sudden warming, and I will fire a firebolt at it.
All right, firebolt.
Which is, I believe, a spell attack.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Spell attack bonus 8. Let's see here. With my bonus, that is a 12 total.
You hit it. It's a pretty hard thing to miss, but it does not seem to affect it much. Just the firebolt just glances off the Triceratops' armored head.
Ooh!
And then
Ooh,
Josh, playing both sides of the field,
for science!
critically successes.
Congratulations there.
And instead of
Archimedes.
your shot, seemingly what should have glanced off, rips through the bony surface, ripping into its the part of that skull there. Archimedes, roll some damage there.
All right, so crit success is double the roll, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
In that case, that is 24 points of fire damage.
Oh man. All right.
Just to be clear, do you have any bonuses to that? Because there was some discrepancy at the early part. It's not double the roll; it's double all of your damage.
It's everything's considered part of the spell damage.
Gotcha.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Cool.
All right.
But thank you. That's good to know.
So you blasted into it. It turns direction. It's still charging through the crowd, but it does slightly veer off to its left, your right. Ayala, what are you doing?
All right. So I'm going to move toward it and put my hand up, and I'm going to use Speak with Animals to tell it to, I'm going to say, stop! This is not what you want to do. For untold amounts of years, people have not seen your species, and we want to educate them and teach them, not harm them. And we're going to see what happens.
Sure. Someone just blasted you, but hey, it's cool.
That was a warning shot to your
To be
face.
fair, they are warm-blooded, so maybe
I was helping.
Ayala,
gesture.
give me a persuasion check.
All right. I just haven't gotten to use Speak with Animals in a while, so I'm really excited about it. Here we go. Okay, 19.
Woot woot!
Oh.
Woot woot!
That would have been really beautiful. I literally just rolled my first Nat 21 of the game.
Oh!
But while you think that Triceratops might have slowed down for a moment between getting whacked in the head with a firebolt, it kind of and started to move off, and then listened to your words for the briefest of seconds, and then went
Oh.
and charges ahead into a table, flipping it over, and all the food. Ah! Everybody runs. +5. Well, Red
Time
Mom,
works.
hang on to your +5. A natural 21 cannot be denied. So if a natural 1 or a natural 21 is rolled, that has to stay. Otherwise, you can mess up everything all you want, but you still have it to use later. So, Pip, you're back there near the stage. This Triceratops is clearing a path towards you, towards everything. What to do?
All right, champions. This is one inhospitable beast. Best friends, clear the stage. Champions, stage bash. And charge with all the champions with the stage to try to hit the Triceratops and get the stage stuck to its horns.
Nice.
Ooh.
Nice thinking. Tell you what, just give me a D20.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll that.
So really what I'm hearing is you threw a stage at him.
Hey, all the world's a
Like you
stage.
do.
I know. This has turned
so
into a bard party.
I rolled a straight 7.
Straight 7.
Yeah.
So the champions who were already under the stage yelled, clear, and no one is on the stage. They flip it forward and pick it up, move it ahead. Josh, you've thrown down almost all of your stuff already. Auto successes for it, because that 7 was not going to do. You charge forward, people diving out of your way from both sides. The street sea urchins are just getting out of the way. They're like, what is up with this place and Triceratops? And you charge right at it.
Oh, sweet god of luck. Master Yosh, guide my hand.
You slam it onto its horns, which works. The Triceratops, as it sees you coming, it dips down, and you're like, "Ugh." It jams its horns into the table, or the stage, which of course always made of the flimsiest materials, because all stages are, and
Flammable too.
now, much like a bulldozer or perhaps a snowplow, I think is
You've made it stronger.
Can I roll acrobatics to see if I can take it hitting the stage from the other side and flip around as it's bursting?
Yes.
Okay.
Just a quick question there, Cameron. Do you get a natural advantage on that roll?
If only. That's a 14.
All right. I'm gonna. Ooh, gosh.
Real life me would handle this situation better, I think.
So, fortunately, the Triceratops, the one part of the stage dipping down lower than the other, grinding against the ground, slowing it down just enough for you to get 1 foot on the leg, get up. One of your other champions dives onto the stage, puts his hand in the right spot for you to put your foot on it as you leap over and manage to barely get over as the Triceratops whips its head up and flings all of the other champions.
Oh God, the leverage, the horrible leverage.
Go limp!
Except for the one, your favorite brother. He's still hanging. He's the one who just gave you the assist. He is still hanging on to one of the bottom legs of the stage. See, he's on the front of this. I guess it's not a cow catcher. It's a kid catcher, snowplow.
Don't let go of the Admiral. Hold on tight.
So he's hanging on for dear life as you have leapt over the top and landed on the Triceratops.
Is it a stick shift?
But I'm gonna roll for that. Kazoo, you're standing there in the smoke. You hear people running in all directions, but you're like, if I was stealing this chest, I would have run off that way. But you're standing in the smoke. What do you do?
If I was stealing this chest, I would have run off that way. Okay, real quick, I want to look around and make sure all the kids are okay. Any kid that's in immediate impending danger, I'm going to get them out of there.
Currently, there's one in the air at this moment.
I would like to catch the child if I can.
That's possible. As the smoke starts to, and really the smoke is starting to clear. You know, it was there for that first moment, but now the wind is starting to move on it. As you look over, and you know the smoke is lowering, and you see this kid flying through the air. You're like, what happened?
Quick question of size difference between, is it a human child or a halfling child?
I'm gonna give it a 50. It is actually a halfling child.
Okay, I can catch a halfling child. A human child is as big as I am. Yeah, I'll catch a halfling child.
Okay, give me. What is that? Like a. You know what? Well, give me athletics.
I'm gonna roll a die, and you're gonna tell me if I succeed. 1,000 points. 10 plus athletics. You say?
Yeah.
So that's an 11.
All right. It's just gonna. You managed to catch them. You don't catch them well, but you save them from banging their head on the stone ground in front of you. I have that sound effect.
That's really all you can ask of a good safety is to just make sure your head doesn't crack on stuff.
Yeah.
So you won.
Wait.
Ah, for the vibro slap.
Oh.
And
Oh.
so
I'll drop the kid and then go after the start with my movement. So I did my action and then I'll do my movement in
okay,
the direction of the money.
very well. Ayala.
All right. What's the Triceratops doing now?
It's plowing through people with a now stage hooked to its horns.
And
Yeah.
how does the Triceratops compare in size to like me?
It's bigger. It's much bigger.
All right. Well, by popular demand from our Patreons, I'm going to transform into another Triceratops, and I'm going to use my strength against the Triceratops' strength.
Okay. You instantaneously turn into a Triceratops. Now there's two of them. The Triceratops is wearing a stage and a child on the front. I just want you to remember that.
Well, that's how we
there's
tell
like
them
a kid hanging off the front. Oh boy.
That's how we can tell them apart too.
That's the only way we can tell them apart. So now you do have horns, so maybe you could get them to like, and the kid will just be like safely ensconced there, but never take the dungeon master's advice. That's what I was saying.
I will go at him from the side and try to like knock him over. I'm gonna try to like cow tip this Triceratops.
Okay, go and try tipping.
As a free action, can I put a red shirt on the Triceratops so it's easier to kill?
Free action.
Yes.
One tiny little halfling red shirt.
You can like, you know what? There's some tablecloths and one's red, so you can like lean over, grab it, wrap it around. And
What color shirt is the kid wearing? Because that could make things more drastic.
Well,
I mean, how many colors does burlap come in, honestly?
True. Yeah. All right. So I hadn't thought that far. He's definitely not one of the maybe blue. Yeah. All right. So Ayala, you're going to charge around and try to like hook around and slam him into, I don't know, another shop maybe.
Yeah, I'll like do one of those moves where like I move away, but then I turn around and like get ready to charge, and then I'm gonna run into him and like ram my shoulder into him.
All right.
Yeah. What kind of roll do you want on that?
I mean that's an attack. It's not technically open hand, but it would be a strength attack, which your strength is now like gigantic. So I mean you got like probably +6 really. You just won't have advantage.
Yeah, I'm not sitting here with stats on a
right. You wouldn't have proficiency because you're just not proficient, but you would still have massive strength. So, I mean, I would give you a +6 on that.
All right, with a +6, that is an unnatural 21.
Ooh, the unnatural 21.
Yeah.
You change shape. You step aside and move in. You hook one of its legs, the rear leg, as it tries to get past you, and you slam it. I'm gonna say, give it roll 3d6 damage, and we'll add 6 to that.
All right.
I'm gonna hurt.
I mean, she's slamming into it. She's not necessarily drawing blood, but blunt force trauma.
Oh no! You're never gonna believe this. It's 3 1s.
Oh.
That is the worst roll I've ever had on, maybe ever.
What? Oh my gosh.
Oh.
All right, so you barely just boop and put everything you have into it, but this is the like most agile Triceratops you've ever seen. Now, granted, you've only seen 2 in your entire life.
Am I one of
This
them?
one's the more agile.
And you're one of them, so actually 3, but you just haven't seen yourself yet. So, all right, so yeah, but you look into the shop window. All right, now I've seen 3 Triceratops. You barely
I
nudge
look
it.
good.
It does, however, like hitting the rear wheel of the of a car. You just bam, you hit that, and it slides out. It was just about to, because it was veering left, about to scrape across several buildings, but you actually have veered it away from the buildings back towards the open area of the main square, and Archimedes,
Ooh, Tricheto.
as you stand there, transfixed to the fact that there are now 2 Triceratops.
This is the best day ever.
One.
Well, all right. Let's see. Sudden incineration didn't seem to do much good, so we're gonna try to take a different tack. I'm going to reach up to my staff, make a quick adjustment, and a little nozzle shoots a glob through the air that hopefully lands at the Triceratops' feet and essentially creates a grease spell right under where the Triceratops is.
Yes.
Which
That is so cool.
I believe is a dexterity save for it to stay up.
Oh my gosh. I have once again rolled an 18.
Oh,
Well,
How is it that
well.
I managed to roll these great numbers? However, what you have done is it's not changing direction. It is, however, going faster.
Oh,
So it suddenly stops changing. Like Ayala nailed it so that it at least is heading towards the open area. It is probably about 40, 50 feet from the temple at this point. And now it just starts, you can see where it's like, it just is going straight. And it just,
oh God, I increased its momentum.
and it even is like, "Ah!" like,
Oh.
and the poor child hanging to the front of the stage. Like you see his giant eyes as he goes by you.
Oh no.
And Pip riding on top. What are you doing now?
I don't believe you are invited to this party. And I summon my bound weapon using my bonus action, and a spear appears in my hand with a tiny little fist on its end. And for my action, there is a boom that sounds like a cymbal being struck behind Paolo. And this very tepid booming blade happens. And so I strike out with my bound weapon spear at the Triceratops' eye, and I roll a hit of 24.
I'm actually going to give you disadvantage on that because where you are on the back side of it, it is difficult to reach. So you roll again.
That I miss. That's going to be a very sad 2 that I rolled.
Oh, -5 to Pip. What is
Patrick.
what? You don't need to do that, Patrick. Save your
Oh.
negatives, man.
Oh, is that Patrick? Of course it was.
All right, Pip.
Yes.
You're going to need to roll a dexterity save to stay on, since you just now. Fortunately, because of course your weapon is bound to you. You know, because if you were trying to hang on to it, you would definitely have another disadvantage to try to think. But you just let it fly because you're like you can call that back anytime. But so you'll just need to make a dexterity save to not make things
I
worse.
clench my tiny butt cheeks and I roll a 12 for my dexterity saving throw.
All right, close enough. Despite that -3 that you ended up with, you managed. Your weapon goes flying, and you're like, I'll get it back later. And as you dive underneath one of the signs in the from the street, which I do believe is actually you're currently passing the Forever 201. Which you almost. I was really hoping you guys are going to take that one out. I really. But you managed to stay up on top. The Triceratops cannot change its direction. It is now Oh gosh. So now it is next. So it's sliding forward and cannot turn. It's actually doing that Scooby-Doo foot thing. That's just
Where it's like Pat walking in reverse, but still going forward.
Just keeps sliding forward. and with Pip, what was your friend's name?
Oh God.
What is your friend's name who is hanging on to the front of the kid catcher?
The Admiral.
The Admiral. That was his name. That is his name. Yeah. All right.
Come on, you can survive, you little shit.
The juggler throws a club at the Triceratops.
Yes.
Getting in on us.
Like somebody.
And as we know, they're poorly designed, painful clubs.
Yeah.
Let me see. Nope. Okay. All right. I was figured somebody would give me an auto fail. Let's see what happens. So he rolls a 5. Misses you, Pip. He's like, I'm gonna knock that Triceratops. Whoop, 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 whoop. Chucks a club a good 35 feet.
Just good. I don't like clubs. I'm more of a BLT guy.
Goes right by your head.
Ooh.
I do like a good BOT.
The Triceratops will slam into the temple next round, as it cannot change direction. Oh, wait. Josh is giving me advantage. Hang on. I get another roll. No, I rolled a 7. I still can't roll. But thank you, Josh.
Whoa.
Thank you. You did try. All right. So next round, and the order is Kazoo, Ayala, Archimedes, and Pip. So Kazoo, what are you doing? You are running down the street. Give me you're trying to chase whoever has the stuff. So you're going to need to give me a perception.
What?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Plus perception. That would be a 17.
Oh, well, all right. They have definitely taken a sharp left turn past the first shop down outside of this outside of the square, and you turn and run down. It's a very tiny street. You're already on side streets, but you're zooming off after them as fast as you possibly can. Yes.
No, I was just thinking I wouldn't have had my bow and arrow on me while performing on stage.
Not really.
But I might have had a dagger.
Probably. You definitely have a dagger. Ayala, you are behind the Triceratops. You're almost in the same direction, and you can turn. You do realize as a Triceratops, the turning radius is horrible. Just you might as well be driving a boat.
No. You don't see that in the brochures, I tell you what.
No, they're all like top speed and blah blah blah, but they never tell you the turning radius is crap.
Great
I
ramming.
look at its flank and I see a Pontiac symbol.
Yeah.
Oh man. So what is the temple made of? Like, is it gonna be okay if it gets hit by a Triceratops? Or
it's made of stone. It is made of stone. So
You'll be fine.
More stages and urchins.
Very few architects actually factor in Triceratops resistance to the hurricanes, earthquakes, sure.
You mean, and there are some columns in the front as well. So I mean, it just depends on exactly what it hits or how badly I roll.
All right. So my goal, depending on what kind of structures there are, and I can't really see what's going on, but I would really like to be able to use Entangle, which I know will make me not a Triceratops anymore, to make a net, like weave a net in front of the Triceratops and the building to try to not have it
squish the child or destroy the building.
I want to try to catch them in a vine net.
Good thinking. All right. So you can and you can change shape. That's like as a bonus action, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Circle of the moon.
And you change shape, and you're like, You throw out the entangle and everyone else sees the vines grow up around those two front columns and then stretch across each other. As this auto failed for the
someone doesn't like temples.
And
Wow.
Somebody hates these cans.
Somebody's trying to tangle with the old god.
And that sounds like an amazing moment and opportunity for us to remind everyone watching that you can also mess with the players. You can give them benefit. I'm Kazoo. Hi, I'm Kazoo. I play instruments.
Hi, Shakespeare. Welcome back.
Hi, how's it going over there?
It's a mess.
Yeah. Sally says she's doing it because she loves chaos, but you can help or hinder all of our players. So this is a good time for all of our players to go have a drink and a pee, and they'll be back in Act 3. Two, Sire. Thank you. Because you can all support the show, because you can add to the mayhem by going to coffee.com/nat21adventures. That's ko-fi.com/nat21adventures and donate to the show. Throw some wild magic at them instantly, and also become a Patreon saint and help or hinder the adventurers. And Sally obviously likes to throw the chaos in and hinder with the auto fail to the net. And you can go to patreon.com/nat21adventures. Now, over at Nat21Adventures, there are for the Patreon rather, there are 4 separate levels you can do: 5, 10, 21, because hey, Nat 21, it's better than a natural 20, or 55. For $5 a month, you get early access to episodes. We'll post the link to the latest episode before it goes public. You give a +5 to someone's roll once per game, advantage or disadvantage once per game, and we also can take your questions before non-patrons in the chats, and your name gets listed in the credits when we release the show later as a fully finished product. For $10 a month, you get bonus episodes, access to one of our one-off games. Once per game, you can give someone an automatic success, and Mako from season 1 will send you a prayer from Joseph just to you, and everything in the $5 tier. Now, the $21 tier gets all of that, plus also a monthly AMA, and Ask Me Anything, where you hang out with the players. Each month, we'll have a chat with one of our players, and you're invited to get hints about future game secrets, everything, of course, in those previous tiers, and you can give someone a natural 21 once per game for an automatic crit, or use it to sway the DM to change the game in some way. And for $55 a month, you get all of that, but wait, there's more. Each month, we have an online 3-hour D&D game that you can join with other Patreon saints and possibly some of our Nat21 players. Keep a hold of your character, and every month, advance them when they rise in their levels. If you can't make it to the game in a particular month, you save up your spot from the month before and have a friend join you in the game. So quite a lot going on, quite a few ways to affect the game, and with Season 3, things are going to be getting even crazier. And over at coffee.com, you can join a game for $40 for a one-time payment, and just for a little bit more, join the host for the Patreon Saints. So there's so much going on. And don't forget also the Kickstarter that we have going. We're hitting those flex goals. Such amazing times happening. So it's an amazing time to throw some mayhem into all of this. And on that, let's go to our master of mayhem himself, Paolo Garbanzo.
Oh, hi, everybody.
Hi, Dr. Nick.
Thanks so much, Shakespeare. It's great to see you. Oh my gosh, we are in the center of a whirlwind. Just one Triceratops. Now there's 2. Now there's 1. I can't possibly make that happen by myself. I have all of these Patreon saints here to thank. You guys are great. You guys have really, really made this happen. And I myself, are we doing confessionals?
Oh, we should totally do the confessionals. We should do them very soon, actually. So do you want to do them right now in the middle of the combat?
I think like how's it going for you kind of thing for each of the players might be a little fun moment?
I think so as well. Yes. In that case, since Ayala, you have recently transformed yourself into a Triceratops and then thrown a net at it that has failed. Tell us what you think about it. No one else can hear you.
Well, this was my first ever time becoming a Triceratops, and I have to say, I liked it. The power, the strength, the sheer size of being a Triceratops. No one's going to really want to be in your way unless it's the other Triceratops. And I'm just looking forward to hopefully not having this Triceratops hit me now that I'm no longer a Triceratops, because I'm directly in its path if it gets shot the other way. And yeah, I'm a little concerned. We'll see what my friends can do to maybe help me out.
There was some good diary entries. All right, Kazoo, would you like to go next here?
I'm not evil. I saved that kid. I'm totally not evil, right? Right? Guys? No one can hear me. I'm not evil, though. I'm good. I'm good. Good. I'm getting the money. I'm gonna get the money. The money that the bad guys stole. And I'm team player. Not evil.
Oh goodness. Pip! What are your thoughts having been experiencing everything right now?
When you're a halfling, let's just say, when you walk through a crowd, all you smell is the derriere. And for once, everyone's clearing out of my path. I cannot recommend this public transportation service enough. Triceratop, it puts you on top of your game. It's worth trying. Now, I gotta say, I was hoping that the shrub hubcap would work. I'm a bit disappointed, and I'm hoping in Act 2 I can really pull it back together, really dig deep, find the strength to pull it through. Let's find out.
And the great part of that was you drank exactly at the point when Vikita Gwerk said, "Fun drinking game. Everyone take a shot." Every time Kazoo says she's not evil, you drank at the exact moment. All right, and let's go to Archimedes, who's also drinking in that moment.
All right, so look, obviously we're in a bit of a dangerous situation. Yes, obviously it would be terrible if a child were somehow trampled in this unfortunate fracas and, the temple destruction and all that. But it has given me a wondrous idea. I have just seen a druid change into a Triceratops. I have seen a Triceratops' velocity increase from my throwing down Grease. So imagine this as a battle tactic. Druid shape changes into Triceratops and starts charging. I throw down Grease, increasing the speed, as we all know that momentum is mass times velocity, therefore doing more damage that way and everything. We call it the fastball special.
There we have it. All right, and Paolo, as our DM, give us your thoughts, please.
Well, I mean, I have to say that I did sort of plan some of this, but I didn't plan the other half of this, and I'm pretty sure that the snow plow, child plow thing. What can I say? I'm not evil.
Cheers, Sasha.
Yeah.
All right, so Paolo's not evil. Kazoo is definitely not evil. Hopefully none of that is gonna mean anything bad. But Josh is saying hashtag fantasy science. And
it's fantasy science.
And someone named Kelly is just so very proud of someone who's in the show right now. So
hello, darling.
Very, very proud of her nerdy husband. So, This is a great game. This is a great job.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to go over here and patrol the comments and keep putting snarky comments on screen.
Thanks, Shakespeare.
Thank you. Nice.
All right. And now it's time to get back to the action. So, Kazoo, you're out there in the alleyway with your little gnome feet running as fast as you can. Yala, I just want to say it hasn't technically failed yet, but you're having a bad feeling that mass times velocity will equal force, and maybe not good enough. Archimedes.
Do I have time for one action before the horrible collision?
Oh yeah. This is it. It's you
wondrous.
and then.
All right then. Well, I will take out I'll quickly take out a small device that basically just looks like a little lever, a lever with it, and I shall point it not at the Triceratops but at the Admiral. Activate it. A little blue flash goes out and essentially casts a levitate spell on the Admiral. I adjust the lever to lift him. I can lift him 20 feet into the air per round. And provided he has the wherewithal to let go, that should remove him from the path of sudden doom.
I'm going to give him a perception check because I know that if I was hanging on to the bottom of a stage that was being, I'm going to put this in air quotes, held by a Triceratops, if I was feeling some sort of other lift, I don't know what I would do. So I'm going to give him a perception check.
If he tries to resist, then it's a Constitution save.
Right. Oh, right. All right. Well, let's see about that resisting.
Come on, you little bugger. Help me help you.
Boy, that is right in the middle because he's not the smartest kid. So I would give him. Oh man.
Oh, disadvantage, I see.
Oh, disadvantage. All right.
The Patreons are out for blood tonight. Oh man.
So he just doesn't realize what you're trying to do at all. So now he has
to be a Constitution save. Yeah. DC of 15.
And then my classic bad rolling comes in. Yeah. And
I have to put in because I just need to make it remind Paolo to read that screen for the second act. Bill Bowman, patron Saint Magnus, he's giving his blessings and bestowing all of his saintly Patreon powers to the party to use at their discretion after they come to a group consent.
Oh my!
Ooh,
so they'll just argue for 20 minutes. That's great. Thanks, Bill. All right, so I've
good Bill and bad Bill, don't we?
Ooh. Frank, I like the way you think.
And I have classically rolled a 3. So Frank is chucking his crit to make extra magic because, as we all know, in front of temples, magic powers, especially temples to Artemis, magic powers sometimes increase.
That's how the science of magic works. Yes,
exactly. That's why it's science.
Science.
Sciomancy.
Sciomancy. There it is.
Right. As opposed to wait. So sciomancy would be like the magic of science, but Magology would be just the scientific study of magic. Oh, that's boring. All right. So sciomancy, geometry. Yeah. All right. So you're like, and not only you see the boy, the Admiral, he starts to like what? and then he lets go and he starts to float, but then the entire Triceratops also begins to float up. And by the way, I'm just gonna say, using science, or not science, not real science, but some kind of science, that the Triceratops still has all of its forward momentum. And just like as if it was on the Dukes of Hazzard, it just starts to leap up as if it was hitting an invisible ramp. And
it's totally the E.T. and the bicycle kind of scene right there. Only bicycle, Triceratops, and E.T. is a young child.
Archimedes, I'm going to need to know the range of that levitate.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Because
Oh no.
There's going to be a general yeet.
A general yeetage. Grant me one moment here. I see influence lesser restoration. Levitate. The range is 60 feet. And then the let's see. You could any object that you see within range rises vertically up to 20 feet and remains suspended there for the duration. So the highest it can reach is 20 feet.
So. Yes, this
high
temple is much taller than 20 feet.
It's going so high. Watch me dinosaur.
I believe I can fly.
Pip, this is happening. So this is happening.
Okay.
You're yeah. It's totally ET because it's.
I'm in the basket.
Admiral's in the basket. You're on the top.
Just the silhouetted against the moon.
Yeah.
Okay. So is the Admiral still attached to the Triceratops, or is he floating off in a separate direction?
He's got one hand on one of the legs of the stage, but he is like above it all, like. But because he's more concerned about flying off now than anything else. You see, because before he was you were up here and he was on the far side. You couldn't really see him, but now he rises up with one hand still on one of the legs. And he looks at you in the eye desperately. What's happening?
Oh my god, you made eye contact.
All right, we've got this, the Admiral. Here we go.
Oh, you pint-sized buffoon!
So we're about to hit the temple.
You're coming up on the main cornice in the front there.
Okay, so trying to just hit this thing with my spear didn't work. So I think this creature's weakness is a fourth horn. So I use my bonus action to summon my cloth wrapped spear back into my hand and just hold it in front of the Triceratops eyeball. So as it hits, it's going to spear that into its head.
Oh gosh.
Oh god.
Then I'm going to leap. What I would like to try to do, and we'll see if the dice allows this, is try to put my spear in that spot and then leap off of the Triceratops, use my reaction to cast Featherfall and grab the Admiral as we go to the side. So,
okay.
So bonus action to summon the weapon, action to put my spear into the eyeball, reaction to leap off and cast Featherfall.
All right. So it's going to happen. The reaction happens after the Triceratops slams into everything, right? So, all right. So, let's give advantage to Pip if he needs it. I'm going to say, yeah, he probably needs it.
Yeah. Also, we still have the stack of Magnus, so advantage. I'm going to give him a critical success.
Bill already gave him the auto fail on the spear.
Oh.
Wow.
Down.
Well, there's going to be a critical success on something. Then, because I want this poor child to not fall to his death.
Bill McNally not wanting to blind Triceratops eye. Triceratops eye? Triceratops?
One eye.
No, well, I mean, what's the plural for Triceratops?
Triceratops.
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 Is
it Sexceratops?
Triceratops.
Quad? No, that's the tops are quads. Okay, so Triceratops. Not wanting to blind them. You swing over, try to jam the spear in, but once again, the spear is failing you, Pip. The Triceratops, Tricerabottoms. I really thought you were going to actually try to whip the Triceratops in the butt with the spear to get it to try to leap. I really thought that's where you were going, but because
that is where I was going. We'll just do a bit of editing. Everybody just sit calm.
So now we come to the great moment where the Triceratops slams into now the cornice. It was going to go through, it was going to be a nice field goal, but instead it just slams into the top cornice of this temple. And you're going to try to grab the Admiral?
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to, oh my gosh. And of
critical
course,
success.
I rolled an 18, which is a 25 for the to hit of the Triceratops slamming into the cornice and then the upper part of the temple. Let me see. Wait, Frank is trying to give the child auto success to stay alive.
I know.
We can't start the campaign by killing a small child.
You know,
That's right,
That's what I'm
yeah.
saying.
I'm glad that even though the Patreons have it out for all of us and the things that we're trying to do, they're at least on board with saving orphans. That's great.
I have to, and clearly I had some confusion because when you told me that this game had patron saints, I thought, patron saints. People who, powerful beings that actually look out for your general welfare. Clearly, I was completely off base on this.
It
Well, to be
started
fair-
out that way, but then they got dark, man.
I think a lot of it is that we've got a lot of people who grew up with Jurassic Park, and so now it's this battle between what do we like more, dinosaurs or children? And I think dinosaurs.
Oh, don't make me choose.
Oh, man.
Dinosaurs are gonna win. They're
Yeah.
gonna win.
I do.
Now-
I
I rolled a couple of things here. First of all, the Triceratops did slam into the top using its kid plow. And now here's the thing. Those horns are sticking through the front. And there's the Admiral on top and manages through an amazing amount of good rolls and then bad rolls that the Triceratops horns slam into the statuary and all the friezes on top of this temple and stop all of its horns with just a little bit of room right there for the Admiral to be stuck in a little cage of horns and stage and statuary.
and he immediately goes through puberty and his voice drops.
Yes.
So Pip, he's kind of stuck actually.
So then I'm not leaping.
Yeah. So your reaction isn't going to happen because he's still there. The Triceratops is now stuck. He's doing this thing. Of course, his arms are down here. But Archimedes, how long does levitate last? Because you are now currently levitating 14 tons. Plus,
technically, the spell can only lift 500 pounds, so it's probably going to fail very quickly. However, when the spell ends, whatever is being levitated floats to the ground naturally. It's not a crashing fall.
Well, not only are the Patreon saints here and present, but so is Artemis, who clearly doesn't want her temple destroyed by a Triceratops and has gifted you with the ability to levitate this Triceratops a little bit, but not enough to not cause 0 damage. So we're at that moment where it's like, okay, the spell lasted for 1 full round. Put it all in that 1 round.
Yay.
Triceratops, little legs, big legs, with his horns stuck in.
I feel like we need a Triceratops confessional. Like, what's going on?
Well, we could have that,
Ooh.
Oh, look at that!
Ooh,
It's holding the stage and everything.
That's just a tiny coffin.
Admiral.
So I woke up this morning. I was in a jungle, and then somebody teleported me, and I'm really concerned. And then this other Triceratops showed up, and then like somebody stuck me in the butt, and I started running, and then this other Triceratops ran into me like, what's up with the traffic around here? And then I'm wearing a stage, and then I'm flying, which is pretty cool. So All in all, it's a big day for me, really.
Aw, buddy.
I'm gonna levitate back down now.
Aw.
So, Triceratops.
Joining the cast.
Join the cast. Triceratops. Triceratops. All right. So,
Triceratops.
Triceratops.
So can I use movement then to try to pull the admiral a little bit out of the tomb?
I'm gonna allow you to get over there and like try to grab him. Yeah, sure. He is kind of stuck in there. You're like, because there's a marble arm, and then there's a Triceratops horn, and it's but he is halfling, so I mean,
Poor guy.
probably get out there, but
So reach into my pack and spill some grease, lube him up. We can get a greased up halfling.
just having yeah. Oh right, you're a pouch of holding. Right. So that's happening. So the escape is happening. Meanwhile, the Triceratops is suddenly not really becoming levitated. But Kazoo, you are still running. You are still.
Someone, and I think it was Sally, had a brilliant idea that I should, maybe it was Magnus, pop on the hood of my cloak invisibility in pursuit. I'm invisible.
All right. Keep on running. And it's that kind of movie chase where you're running, you turn a corner and you're like, and there they are, and they're way ahead, and there's a bunch of people, and then you're like, oh crap, where'd they go? You get to the next intersection. Give me another perception check.
Perception. I still haven't used any of Magnus's stuff, so we'll see how this goes. Because he's in the other room. I rolled a 5. I'm gonna give Magnus's advantage to me. We'll see how this goes. 21 natural.
Oh, all right.
Happy time.
All right. So not only did you figure out which way they went, but you are actually somehow catching up to them, despite them actually moving at a higher rate of speed than you. But you,
that little tiny guy, no legs.
you managed to zip between people as they have to push out of the way. But you are.
Am I chasing a human? Do I see what they look like?
2 human-sized people. They're wearing cloaks. They're wearing. They've got leather cloaks that you can see, and they are wearing. From what you see their backs, but they're wearing masks. And
How far away am I?
you're still a good 50, 60 feet.
60 feet, you say?
Yes.
I would like to cast this hold person thing on one of those. I'm really trying to work this hold person
On
thing.
one of them. All right.
Yeah.
Oh my
Wait,
God.
actually, I think if I cast it at the next level, I can cast it on more than one target.
Yes, you can.
Yes. Let's do that. And I'm gonna give because we still have we're running out of time here, and I'm trying to burn up Magnus's stuff. What do you say? They get an auto fail on their saving rolls. At least one of them.
Well, one of them would, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. One of them one of them stops and actually spins around, and like as he lets go of the chest, and like the other guy just keeps moving, and like whoa, and the guy in the back like spins around and throws down a potion of some sort that again explodes in a cloud, and you can see it dispels your spell.
Oh.
You're like, oh, it was so good. And then, ooh, no, something. But the first guy in front of him, however, like, of course, so what you saw was that he seemed to have been almost completely held. Like his feet suddenly froze. But before he completely froze, he actually counterspelled it with this bizarre potion that you've never seen before. And it's a cloud of swirling greenish light as it just and then literally bounce your spell out.
Ooh.
You're like, what? Yeah. Yep.
I'm gonna hold person before the end of the night. I swear. God.
The other guy, however, was holding one half of a chest full of coins and stuff and falls forward because the guy stopped and the other guy didn't. So he was like, skittering across the ground, and a whole bunch of people went, as coins and small tiny gems fly everywhere. There is a mad rush of people. Suddenly, it's even though there were only about 8 people on this street recently. Now there's like 100, and they're just you're like, what? It's insanity. Ayala,
I'm sorry, guys.
as the Triceratops flew over your head or levitated over your head. And of course, I guess that's that thing where it turns out that entanglement did fail because, well, the Triceratops didn't even touch it. So,
So the Triceratops is on its way back down, or it's
yeah.
already down.
Well, its horns are kind of stuck in the thing, but they're totally bending, and it's starting to like.
All right, so the same way that Kazu is determined to get her hold person to work, I'm determined to get my speak to animals to work.
Okay.
So, since he can't charge at me, this seems like a great time for a conversation. So,
Well, what would you like to say?
So, hey,
You're looking good
Bobby,
today. Huh?
Do you remember that time when I was like, maybe don't charge at the people and hurt them? Well, I think this time when you land on the ground, it would be a really good idea to maybe just like stay laying down, and I'll help you get out of the city, and you don't have to get hurt, and we don't have to get hurt, and we could just all have a great life. What do you think about that? Maybe.
Well, I mean, I have had a pretty busy day, I guess.
Yeah, I know. You really have.
If you're cool, I guess I'm cool. I guess, yeah, sure. My horns really hurt though. They're like about to break on this building thingy. I don't know how smart a Triceratops would actually be. This thing in front of me. Ow.
It's all right. We're going to help you. This is not your fault. Someone is using you, and we're going to get you out of here and back to nature.
That sounds great. All right. Good talk. Glad we had this time.
Great. And then I'm gonna just wait.
Archimedes. What are you doing?
Collecting data at this point, I think. I'm sort of sitting there. I've got like a little hourglass pulled up, looking at the, calculating based on how long strength of the plaster versus the. Yeah, exactly. So now that so long as no one is in actual danger, I think at this point although I'm quite fascinated with this dragonborn druid who seems to be capable of shape changing, plus is now is throwing in tango. Like I'm impressed by her penchant for creative problem solving. So
fantastic. All right, Pip. You've greased up the admiral. He's trying to squeeze out. Meanwhile, the Triceratops is starting to bend, out. So there's like a little space open. So maybe so the admiral will assist in escaping. He's going to do a dex check. You can do a strength check to yoink him out as he tries to wiggle through as he's all greased up. Let's do it.
We're stronger together, Admiral. We got this. The thing sounds hungry. You hear it talking? It's saying, we smell good.
What'd you get?
So athletics, what am I?
Yeah, athletics.
Then that would be a 16.
Beautiful. The Admiral manages to get a Well, there it is. A natural 21.
No
Yay!
child dies. No peon dies today, sir.
He's been working on contortionism, and he just made the right shape, the right cartoon shape for you to just grab him and yoink him straight out of that shape. And whoosh. Then the statue that the horn was stuck on breaks, and so now there's the Triceratops, there's you on top, there's the Admiral, there's the stage, and there's part of a statue, and it all gently floats down
Ooh.
to the ground.
Next floor, menswear.
And the Triceratops seems to be rather calmed as Ayala
Yay.
probably comes up to it, gives it a little hug.
Everyone, I think the grease has a very calming effect. I'd recommend maybe massaging it in your don't worry, I saved you.
And then as it hits the ground, it just literally goes like it's splayed out all feet just from the grease. Just splunk.
You did so great, buddy. You're doing so great.
That was not as calamitous as it could have been.
Yeah. Everyone kind of starts coming around now that Triceratops is there. And they're like, yay! All right.
Triceratops rides! He's suddenly the most popular guy at the party, that's for sure.
Yes, does this mean that the orphanage now has a free Triceratops?
I mean,
maybe?
I promised to bring him back to nature, so I mean, I feel like I have a duty to make sure that he goes back to the world he belongs in.
Okay, just hear me out though. Isn't a dinosaur's natural state being enjoyed by young children?
Is it?
I mean, I'm pretty sure, judging by what I've seen, that
At
most
the Natural
dinosaurs
History
live
Museum. Yeah.
at amusement parks that are poorly designed.
Well, you know what?
At the very least, you can put the question, yes.
Let me see how he feels about it, because it's like his or their potential life. So, Triceratops.
Nice. I like the way you think.
Now, while this is happening, hang on. Kazoo is now still in this mad dash.
I got one more thing that I'm going to try.
There are coins on the ground. Most of it's still in the box, but a bunch of people, 100 people did not just show up out of nowhere, but a bunch of people did just go, hey, look, coins on the ground. Yoink.
So, I will say very loudly, please step back. That is not yours. If you do attempt to touch it, you will be hurt. I will count to 5, and then I will cast Cloud of Daggers on the box.
Oh.
Hashtag not even.
Step away from the money or you will get hurt.
So
I'm not an ohm to mess with.
What is the dimension of the cloud?
It's a 5-foot square.
Right. And I'm gonna say that right where the box is, the street literally is not much more than 6 feet. So because it just
step
away. You know what Magecroft doesn't have? Building codes. So you can do whatever you want.
Away.
So what ends up happening is the guy in the front who had fallen over and like managed to grab some of it, had to leave the box. The guy in the back can't get through.
Count down. I won't cast it if there's like people there, but I will walk up to it and say, there are about to be daggers flying out of this box. You better step away, and I will give them as much warning.
You're definitely gonna have to roll a intimidation,
persuasion, or an intimidation. I will roll what I need to. Plus, I'll take somebody's dark kazoo.
Also, plus 10 to damage.
Yeah.
Well, one of Magnus's buffs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what buffs does Magnus have left?
Well, +5.
Oh, there you go. Suddenly, box daggers.
So
it would be 14.
Sally drops -5 on an intimidation roll.
Oh,
Ooh,
So it's a
Sally's
10.
coming in hot today.
You are so mad. You are so livid. You literally are
I
hovering
will
off the
stand
ground.
on
You're
the
like,
box.
get away from the box. And everyone just kind of looks at you.
Oh, she's so
goes,
cute. Look at those little flowers in her head. She's got such a tiny
Eh.
little head. Oh, yeah, so cute.
"Meh."
Oh, they're so cute when they're mad.
And
I will F you up.
so there's four people who are just standing nearby are picking up coins off the ground. Now they haven't jumped onto the box, but they're like,
I'm on the
"Oh."
box if I can.
The guy in the front is trying to drag the box away currently.
Mm.
The guy in the back is still he hasn't really gone anywhere. Like you're not entirely sure what's happening to him, but he hasn't run.
Okay. I will acknowledge there will be some losses. All right. I'm not going to do the cloud of daggers. I am going to take my invisibility. I don't know if this will work. Can I put the invisibility cloak on top of the
No,
chest?
there's too much going on because the guy still has the hand on it. So.
Oh, the bad guy still has the hand on
Yeah,
it.
the guy in the front still has his hand on it. He's trying to drag it away. It's really heavy though.
If that's the case, if there is a bad guy that is working on this, I will do the cloud of daggers.
Okay.
How many innocent people are around, did you say?
2. They would get a save because they're not like right on top, but they are nearby. So
There is no save.
there's
there's literally no save.
Oh.
It's a bunch of whirling daggers appear in a 5-foot area, and they will get hit by 1d or 44, and they have to walk away.
All right.
And get out of the area. There is no save.
And there's just the hits, or they just get hit.
Well, it's if they're there, they get 4d4 worth of dagger damage.
All right. Well, guy in the back, guy in the front, one innocent bystander. The other innocent bystander realized that you were serious, rolled a natural 21 on perception, and GTFO'd. So really only one vaguely innocent bystander is in this cloud, which apparently I didn't count how many exactly comments were, but you had at least 10 chanting for the cloud. So, and I didn't see anyone. I didn't see anybody chanting against it.
All hail the cloud.
All hail.
Season 3 is our darkest, grittiest, bloodiest season yet.
We're in the darkest timeline.
Not evil. I swear, I'm not evil. Remember that time they did 48 damage to a poor innocent brain? Okay, we're cool. I'm gonna. It's only 44.
Yeah,
right?
It's only 44. However, someone is critting it and adding a +10 because they do have. Not only are they a Patreon saint, but they are also subscribed to my Twitch channel, which does give you the $5 level of patronage, so you can double it up. What did you do? Kazoo, what did you do?
Okay, I never get 4. I got 3 4s. So and a what is that, a 2? So that's 14 damage just that I rolled.
+10.
+10. Now, how does it crit?
I'm sorry, Reverend Tommy just threw in his +10 as well because he also has.
Rev Tommy.
So
I'm just really confessional time, real quick.
And Frank's in with a +5.
I'm really glad Ayala is not here to see this. I'm not evil.
Is this becoming like slap chop over there?
Slap chop. Oh my gosh. So that's like
I basically rolled 3 times by 12, 14 points of damage. That's
right.
That's what came out of my little paws.
Plus 25.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then
so that's 39.
Yeah.
Then
So-
doubled 60, 78.
Jeez.
Did you just smote a dude? He doesn't exist anymore.
2 dudes.
Wood chipper.
Really, and a third.
Now, and I just want to point out that technically, you would only be critting one of those daggers.
Okay.
So the 2 would just be, because that's.
I'll tell you what I rolled, and you guys figure
But
out.
yeah, no. But here's the thing. That's only 8 less than the 88. Yeah. So it's only technically 80 points, because if they just critted one of those daggers and added all of the points to that one dagger is having a field day. I just want to say. Yes. So Neil is saying all dice doubled, not any bonuses. However, in this world, not only are Nat 21s, everything doubled. Everything is doubled. Likewise, here's the thing. If you get a 1, the damage you would get for failing a save or anything like that also doubles. So if you fail a save, you take either double the damage, you take double the duration, whatever it is, you horribly fail. Why? Because it's comedically hilarious. So one innocent bystander and two not so innocent men wearing plague masks. Get absolutely shredded, like they had all been put through the kazoo chipper. So
Oh my God, you
Because
guys.
they did. Because they did get put through the kazoo chipper.
Since it's a party, could we say they got confettied?
Oh.
Party
That's
popper?
that's not any kind of confetti that like I want to be touching or near.
Bacon bits?
No.
So yeah.
I'm mortified.
And there are two people standing there who were kind of like, oh, I'm gonna jump in and get some of these coins. They were like, oh, maybe not. Maybe let's wait for the fight to finish and then maybe we'll jump in. And then they just literally just stood there and their mouths went.
There is so much blood on those coins.
They're standing up against the wall and the blood is like wham, and then there's like the outline
This
against
is like
the wall.
Evil Dead the musical.
Yo, I would watch the kazoo version of Evil Dead. I'm in for that.
I have to say the kazoo-zomatic is all right. So
I mean, I was like, oh, it's only gonna be like 1d4, a couple d4s, you know.
All right.
Let's just
Well,
heal them
that-
later.
All right. So what do you do, Kazoo? What do you do? Because there's a lot of blood, not much else, and a chest full of coins, which also now has blood on it as well. It's just a fine layer of mist all over the place. And 2 people just going, whoa. Don't mess with that person. Whoa. Just smears it. It's like,
That's never happened before.
well, that spell works. Well, while you're contemplating your life choices, I love the cut scene here because it's like
She is actually stunned for at least a round after that.
Oh yeah, this little narrow street just covered in blood, and meanwhile we're over here back in this town square, and everybody's like giving a parade for the Triceratops.
We saved this majestic creature.
Whee! All right, so you have managed to save the day. Triceratops is okay. Triceratops, I guess the grease eventually rubs away. It's a large Triceratops. So, Ayala, you've talked to the that's definitely question mark. Saved the day. Triceratops is like, I don't know where I live. I live. It has trees and there's like big vegetation stuff and like lots of things to eat. Did you know I'm a vegetarian?
I mean, maybe I did. I think I suspected. You seem like a creature that would not truly want to harm anyone, to me. So how did you end up here?
I don't know. I was just eating a tree, and then poof. Then I was in this, and he looks around, and he's like, "Are we in a valley? We're in a weird chasm of some sort. I'm not really sure. I'm a Triceratops. I don't think I have more than a 2 intelligence. So
I'm sure that it must have been really frightening for you. And we're going to bring you back to, we're going to find you a good place to live and people who look after you.
Thanks. I really appreciate that.
Great.
So meanwhile, the kids are jumping on it and like, yay! They're like, woo! There's, they put
Those are some bold children.
They They take the stage and they like put it like sideways up against them, and then they're just like, like making a ramp, and they take their skateboards and then just like jumping over the
No, I yell at them. I'm like, no. Stop that. No. This is disrespectful.
They're not intimidated by you at all.
What?
They're not intimidated by
Youths.
And they all shop at Horde Topic.
No. I'm going to appeal to Pip. Pip, you speak the language of the street children. I need your help to make sure that this majestic creature is treated with respect and that it can go back to where it belongs. Please tell these children not to skateboard on this Triceratops.
All right, everyone. We've got a new game. Who can get the 4th horn on the Triceratops first? We've all heard of pin the tail on the donkey. Now it's time for pin the horn on the Triceratops. Let's do this.
I mean, technically, they are no longer trying to skateboard off the Triceratops, so...
You're welcome.
I'm over here like, what does that even mean?
All right, so Kazoo. Meanwhile, the kids have changed up their game. Kazoo, what have you done?
All right, so I searched through the purified remains to see if there's any identifying things that survived. I mean, there's the plague mask. I don't know if they survived at all, or if they have like, I don't know, a wallet or some sort of ID.
Give me a really, really good investigation check.
Also, boom.
Oh,
wait, no, that wasn't an 18. It was
21. Yes. Well. Kazoo, you deduct amazingly. I was gonna give you some clues, but now I'm just gonna hand it to you. Here's the thing: you realize that even though that these guys have been shredded into mist, that these masks did not fit these people. These are not theirs. there is a group of plague doctors. They are called pathomancers. They use this sort of like disease magic, and they're widely known. They have an academy and doctorates because they're doctors. And these masks, from what you know of it, these masks are actually fitted. Like, these are time-honored. You have one built specially for you, and these guys were not wearing masks that fit them. So something is wrong with this whole situation.
Well, they did mention the Cuttlefish Gang, right? And
Yeah.
that's what set Kazoo off initially, because she was so upset about what happened last
And
season.
now you're you're pretty certain, like, these guys either something's up. So either they stole these, they made them themselves, but these guys are not plague doctors. These guys are not pathomancers. They stole these costumes, perhaps, throw you off on the throw you off the path of who they are. So, but
additionally, I'm going to pay off any other people with literal blood money that say that you didn't see us. It's a magic spell where the material component is $100 per level, or 100 coins per level. And the verbal and semantic is, you didn't see us. We weren't here. You didn't see me.
The two people who are standing there covered in the spray of blood, just like,
you didn't see me. I wasn't here.
And
also not evil.
As you back away, dragging the chest of coins, one of them
if
just
I can
goes,
be in a
oh yeah, you disappear, and that's right, because you got the cloak. One of them just goes, I don't really know what I saw. I don't. Did you see what actually? And the other person just shaking their head, still the coin in their hand, just like, I don't know. I don't really know. You're just dragging the chest away. You've got the invisibility cloak on top, dragging it away. Yeah. So
if I can have the chest inside of the cloak as well, that's
yeah.
Is it too heavy to lift? Is that?
It's super heavy. Yeah, you're dragging it away. You literally can't lift it. But
Gotcha.
Yeah, but don't worry.
So
You've
good.
threatened anyone who was in the hall in the area. So you managed to drag it back to the town square where the kids are playing pin the spear on the Triceratops.
Oh, kids having fun.
Occasional skateboarding, and definitely using it as a jungle gym. And Ayala is just pissed. Archimedes is taking notes. The street sea urchins are just having a good time. There's tables and furniture is all wrecked, but they've managed to bring things back. The pub owner has brought back another keg, and the juggler got his club back.
Kazoo, there you are. Oh my gosh, I've been wondering where you are. I've been so worried. Are you all right? Are you safe?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm all right. It's just
what? Oh, you found the money.
Yeah. So a thing happened.
Is anyone else smelling ground beef right now?
What do you mean? What do you mean? What happened? Are you all right?
Oh no, I'm fine. I'm okay. This isn't my blood. It's everyone else's.
Really?
It was so there were two guys, and they were stealing the chest, and I had, I don't know, fortune on my side, and I was able to catch up with them. They were two humanoid kind of things.
As far as you know, yeah.
Plague doctor mask things on, and like the guy who was the illusion, and then I tried your hold person spell, and again, right? And I thought it worked. I really thought it's like 2 times. I thought it worked. And then the one guy broke free and he did a dispel thing. And I thought that was it. I thought they were going to get away. But because one guy got held before he dispelled it, and then the other guy ran, like they dropped the chest because it's so heavy. And then people were starting to grab it, and then I guess I panicked a little bit, maybe a little bit. I wasn't a panic. I just did it. I warned everyone to get away, and they mostly did. And then I, you know that little cloud of daggers thing. It's just like, oh, look at the little D4s.
Right.
Well, apparently the gods were really mad at these guys for taking away money from poor orphans and stuff.
Right.
That they turned the people into a fine red mist. Huh.
The gods did that, huh?
Well, they took my little, cloud dagger spell and fine red mist. That spell is never gone like that, ever.
Right.
Ever.
Yeah. I'm glad you're all right. And
Money's here. I got most of it.
And a cheer breaks out from all of them. Like, yay!
Hooray, orphans! We get to give them all the money that we worked so hard to get them.
Well done. Yes.
Let's keep working on that hold person spell. Let's keep practicing that, right?
Yeah. I swear it worked both times I cast it today. I swear it worked. So
right. We're going to practice more.
Triceratops, huh? That's cool.
Yeah,
right?
That's a thing. Yeah. So,
that's cool.
Well, a lot of things happened with the Triceratops, but long story short, now we have to find a nice place for it to live in harmony with nature and people. And right now that's not really working out.
Maybe
But
go hang out with Moots.
We're going to figure it out.
Guys, watch this sweet 900.
These guys seem nice. They seem nice. They are nice.
On the bright side,
I'm sorry. It's just been a lot today. It's just been a lot.
It really has been. But our new friend Archimedes has been really diligently studying everything that happened today.
Sorry, somebody say my name.
He's going to be able to really up our game and give us great notes so that we can continue to learn from our bloodthirsty, sometimes disastrous choices.
You remember how Augustus's arrows, sometimes his crossbow would sometimes just go off randomly, So I think that's might have been what happened with the little spell there. I'm just saying.
Maybe we can find out why. Maybe Archimedes will be able to decipher the mysterious forces that somehow make the things around us happen that don't make sense.
I love artificer dudes. I mean, remember the lit harmony?
I walk up at this point. Hi, hello, sorry, I didn't mean to eavesdrop. I happen to be able to read lips every now and then, so I just happen to be looking in this direction and saw that you do have a bit of a conundrum. I do have a hypothesis, but I wouldn't want it to be my place to impose. But hello, yes, well done on retrieving the gold there. This was sort of incredibly effective dagger cloud spell that I look up to the ruined or to the broken temple. I'd say that would you say that happened give or take perhaps 5 to 6 minutes ago, thereabouts? Because it is possible that if it happened then at the exact moment that the Triceratops flew into the Temple of Artemis, it's an established fact in Sciomancy that magic is more powerful around temples, and when a temple becomes damaged, there are some chaotic effects that can be rather far-ranging. I don't mind telling you. So that's entirely possible there. That you just happen to cast a destructive spell at the exact wrong moment. Bad vulture must
I
be.
like you. You're brilliant. You are hired. And by hired, I can't technically pay you, but except in knowledge.
What better currency is there?
You wouldn't happen to know anything about one of these bad boys. Hold up, Lake Mask.
Ooh, I don't know. Do I know anything about those bad boys?
What's left of it is like this much, though. Maybe like one.
I suppose I could do an investigation or a religion check.
He was also around when the first guy showed up.
Right?
Oh yeah.
It's the same one that the first guy was wearing. So the guys who were stealing the chest, this is what they were wearing, and all that's really left of them.
Right. Would you like to go ahead and roll investigation?
Yes, I will go ahead and I will roll an investigation, I believe. Which
All right.
Check here. Investigation is if there are no adjustments from the patron saints, then I got a 16.
Ooh, all right.
Still a good roll.
You look around and you're kind of just looking at the shredded bits that are left, and you make out something that Kazoo had missed earlier, which was that a name has been written, stamped actually, inside the interior of it, and it said it was Dr. Archibald. And that was all it said. And you're like, as far as you know, Milo had actually mentioned, because Milo is actually friends with some of these
the pathomancers.
Pathomancers, and you do recall that a couple of them, Milo had mentioned that a couple of them have gone missing, and no one really knew where they had been. And now you're not sure if you can't remember the exact name. Was that Dr. Archibald? You're not sure. But you do remember that Milo was like, oh yeah, somebody just said that a couple of them had disappeared recently in the city. So who knows?
I will relate that.
Right. So
Archimedes and Pip, I think that you should probably know a little bit of something that we've been dealing with here. We recently got into a fight with the new Cuttlefish gang, and they were working with a dark, blighted dragon. They killed a dragon, and we fought with them, and we ultimately killed the leader of this gang. And when this man in this mask appeared, he did say that this was for the nude Cuttlefish gang. So I'm worried that this is someone that was a part of that gang that wants vengeance maybe on us or the things we're trying to do. So anything that you might know about them, or, I just want you to know that if you decide to travel with us and to be a part of this, this is a big struggle against an organization that we don't know a whole lot about.
Well,
Maybe you've heard the song about how they eat their own boogers and how they suck. You've heard that song, right?
It's become quite popular.
Yeah, they are. From what I understand, they are the darkest cephalopod-based organization that I have heard of.
Well, as you relate these new messages to each other, and you go, and Pip, you've heard of this gang. They've actually tried to pick up some of your brothers and sisters to join them, and most of them declined. But that was a week ago. It was 2 weeks ago. It was a while back. So you sit down, you relate all of this information to each other, have a few more drinks as the camera pulls back, and that's where we're going to end for tonight. You've saved the party. You've saved the orphan, the admiral. You mostly saved the church.
No one died.
Even managed
No one died.
the Triceratops. So no one that you didn't need killing was killed.
There are no dead bodies. That is 100% true.
One innocent bystander. I think that's a pretty good count there.
There's
actually.
there are some vaporized bodies, but I guess we'll just not talk about that.
Nobody died. Nope.
Well, so we're going to end it there and can take it up next week, 8 p.m., once again for Nat21 Adventures. Do stick around because up next, right after we close out here, we're going to have Romulus from our last campaign. He's been watching all of our adventures from a crystal ball in the dragon's lair, and he's going to give the haiku wrap-up of this, which I cannot wait to hear myself, actually.
No one can wait. No one can wait to hear it. No.
Hey, it's Kazoo. I mean, it's...
What is happening? This is insane. What? Let me just turn that off there.
All right. Hey, Shakespeare, how's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good. So it sounds like we're wrapping up, and things are certainly moving apace. I'm very glad to see that Kazoo is still very much #NotEvil. I mean, it's really good to know. I mean, and I'm wearing my spectacles, so I look very modern, obviously. Right there. Sorry about that. So I can read the screen. This is the most amazing thing, and so many people are saying best season ever so far, but which I don't quite know how to feel because I was a cast member for the first two of them.
Oh, great! Now we have expectations.
Yeah, but it's like, all right, cool.
Now we have your absolutely delightful notifications at the bottom of the screen.
I get to just snark the entire time. This is great.
Yeah, no interruptions. Like we're not gonna get in your way. You're just down there on the banner, just like all your way.
It's beautiful. I would very much I'm not sure if I said it earlier, but Pip and Archimedes, Cameron and Rowan, welcome to the show. Welcome to the family.
We're
very happy to have you here. Yes.
Thank you.
We're going to be having a lot of fun. So let me do a thing that I've been so looking forward to doing. Hold on. Let me do this. All right. So next time on Nat21 Adventures, will Archimedes blind us with science? Will Pip invent other forms of mass transportation? Will Kazoo embrace the dark side? Will Ayala have to get an exorcism for yet another friend? Will Triceratops join the cast? Is anyone in this show not evil? Will Shakespeare still have a job next week? Tune in next week to find out. Same Nat time, same Nat channel. Nat21 Adventures.
Because Natural 20 just won't do.
Stick around for Romulus's haiku wrap up. Thanks for coming, everybody.
Bye-bye.